Hello YouTube! Welcome back to Maria Goes Acting. Today Maria Goes Shooting. I'm going to take you with me to the shooting range where I will be practicing the rifle because I put this skill on my acting CV and now I need to practice so I can actually do it.
Maria Goes Acting.
Yeah, Maria Goes Acting.
Maria Goes Acting. Maria Goes Acting.
See, they have that machine there, the moving targets, but I'm not there yet. And I need a different gun. So.
Okay?
Yeah, it's up now.
Yeah, that's it now. Then you need to obviously take this part of the magazine off here.
Yeah, I mean, shooting basically for, in the Olympics.
And then I'll get into a target.
Oh, this is exciting.
You just don't touch it.
Wow, okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm shooting my next shot. Begging you. I really need an agent. I was being told. I don't know how desperate should you get to get an agent these days. As a Capricorn who applied to get to Google for 10 years and nailed it, I'm not gonna give up until I get myself an agent. So, dear agent, if you're watching this, you better watch out.
Maria Goes Acting. Yeah.
I'm looking for representation. I want to get an agent. And don't get me wrong, for the past 2 years I was like, who needs an agent? I'm doing the work myself. I'm registered on Spotlight, on Backstage, on Fishpond, on a few other platforms I don't really remember. And I'm monitoring all those auditions and I pretty much know what to go for. For instance, the exercise that I did last year was to email casting directors to let them know I'm available and to let them know I exist, because the important thing is to be visible to casting directors and to be visible to the platforms, because if they don't know you and they don't see you, then how are you going to get roles? So what I did is that I put together a list and I emailed those casting directors working in the UK and Ireland. Of course, from like 100 of them that you would email, maybe half of them would reply, and those emails would mostly be thank you. And then maybe 10% of that would be offers. In my case, last year, I mailed, I think, around 12 casting directors. I heard back from 7 saying thank you and so on, and I got 1 audition. That was kind of nice. For a long time, I thought I don't really need an agent, and in my dream world, I think my greatest agent would be my husband, my partner, somebody who really knows me well, who knows how to protect my interests, to act in my best interest, and so on. But then I realized that's not really what the agent's job is. Really get to know which agency you want to work with and who you want to be represented by. And if you do find an agent, it would just open new doors for you. But I feel like if you're starting out, you have to get some kind of an agent so that you will get opportunities that are only available to people who have representation assigned. This is just the reality of the industry. In my last video, I said that I spoke to a casting director. She told me to get an agent because there are certain auditions being uploaded to, say, Spotlight. They kind of tick that mark which says do not show to the actors who don't have representation. So I'm thinking, oh, I'm limiting myself. I should fix it. Therefore, I need an agent. So I'm taking you with me on this journey of finding an agent.
Yeah.
There are 2 things. First, you can start with Spotlight. Let me tell you a story of how I ended up on Spotlight. In order to register, there is a requirement to have 2 professional credits, and when you register you have to submit a headshot, and then you have to submit the proof of those 2 credits. And luckily, the past 2 years I worked on getting those credits, and one film I did because I was promised a credit, and I'm actually an IMDb. Yay! You can check out my profile here. And the other one was the feature film with proper contract and all of that, and it gave me another credit. And even though the film is not out yet, but I had a contract, and therefore I was able to upload 2 of them to Spotlight and to get registered. When I just registered, an agent reached out to me immediately, but the geography they were working in, I was like, no, I don't really want to work with those markets back then. But now I'm like, nah, no, you know what I'm thinking? Never compromise. As I was saying in my first video, if you want to be an A-level actor, if you want to work with the best and the greatest in the industry, go for them.
Maria goes acting! Yeah!
I think a great tool to help you get an agent is AI. You can use it to help you draft a perfect email, make sure that it's well structured and it is concise, and you can play around with it and ask it to give you feedback on the emails you already prepared. The next step would be to do a scaled approach, because the more you reach out to, the more chances you will have to hear back. So I put AI to use to compile a list of agencies and agents in the UK and Ireland, and I'm going to email every single one of them with my headshots, link to my Spotlight, my show reel, and my type. And after speaking to a casting director, we defined my type together, and nobody guessed it because nobody commented on my previous video. You people better comment on my videos. We defined my type as introspective, dramatic type, subtle intensity, emotional depth, and internal conflict. And I'm telling you, I'm internally conflicted right now because I've had the best day. As you've seen in the clip, I had the best day, and I'm sitting down in my bedroom and I'm recording this video because you have to keep promises you made to yourself, and especially promises you made to other people. So, okay, I'm getting an agent. I'm getting an agent so that I have another person who will be as interested in my personal growth and my career growth as my best friend, and who's going to open more doors for me, and who will be my collaborative partner, and somebody with whom we'll just stand together on the stage and hold all the EGOT winning statues. Okay, that's the plan. I told you I put AI to use to compile this list. If you're going to go to my Instagram page, I'm going to promote it here. Subscribe, comment under the post. I'm going to email you this list that you can then use for your own benefit. I read that YouTube videos have to be useful to people who are watching this, and it's not just for me to exercise. So I made this list, and the plan is I'm going to email every single one of them with my headshots, link to my Spotlight, my show reel, and my type. And after speaking to a casting director, we defined my type together, and nobody guessed it because nobody commented on my previous video. You people better comment on my videos. We defined my type as introspective, dramatic type, subtle intensity, emotional depth, and internal conflict. We'll see what I'm going to get out of it. Tip: a good cadence to email is say once in 6 months, or when you have like a major career update, when you got a new role, or maybe you got new headshots, or you change your appearance completely, or something which gives you a reason to reach out. Don't just spam them. This is what I'm going to do until I get a response.
Maria goes acting! Yeah!
I have great headshots, I think. You can find them here. And I don't have an amazing show reel yet, because one of the films is not yet out, so I cannot use any of that footage. And another film, you can only see 5 seconds of me there.
Ми не можемо тут більше залишатися.
Юля, сядь.
Ні. Ми в цьому укритті, ми ніби як у пастці, тут небезпечно.
Так і що ти хочеш піти нагору і стати живими мішенями, чи що?
Краще сидіти тут і чекати, доки нас знайдуть.
повинна залишитися з нами, зі своєю родиною.
Відпусти мене.
Будь ласка, я тебе дуже прошу.
Тобі легко казати, тебе але захист там. А що, якщо вони мене знайдуть?
It's not the greatest thing to put it my reel because the casting directors or the agents, they have to immediately be able to see how you act and who you are in the scene. And the feedback I got for this particular scene was like, I wasn't even sure where you are here. Well, this is me, a girl in the yellow coat, and I'm not the girl from the Eat film. I also saw a post on Instagram that said that this new agency is open for bookings, and I submitted a form, and fingers crossed, wish me luck so that I get it. The one of their agents that I would love to be represented by is going to give a workshop in London as a part of Run It Eat Shouting platform. And I always wanted to do something with them, and then I thought it's just great. I'm going to go see his workshop. This will allow him to see me. And then it would be a perfect time to reach out and be like, well, remember this girl at your workshop? That's me. Please represent me. Yeah, that is the plan. I'm going to get represented. I'm going to manifest it through posting this video here. This is my task for the next week. And I'm going to provide an update if I hear from anyone. Bye, YouTube. Wish me luck.
Maria goes acting. Yeah!